Hey guys, Mr. Maulucci here. So we've been talking a lot about Google Keep this week, and I found this really neat trick today that I think I'm going to use to organize my Google Keep notes a lot. So it's using headers. So we talked about how we could add pictures to our Google Notes, but when we add those pictures, they add them to the tops of our notes. So I found someone who was using headers that they made up. So a header is just a label. So they created headers and they use them in their notes to help color code and organize their notes. It's a great idea. So let me show you how it works. All right, so let's take a look in Google Keep. So here's my personal Google Keep. You can see there's all kinds of stuff on here. Now these are the pinned things. Then I've got some more at the bottom. You can see it's just a mess, right? I've got some formulas that I use. I've got some email things over here that I send all the time to people. I've got my baseball roster so I can take attendance. It's a mess. So let me show you my work account and how I clean this up. Now, here is what the work one looks like. Boom. So look at how nicely it is organized now. So what I did was I created these little headers in Canva, which is one of my favorite programs. So I'll just show you that real quick. It's Canva. So I created all of these little headers for periods 1 through 8. And I did that so I could share these with the teachers. So I've got those in. They're all color coded and everything. So these are just simple header files that I could find. So you can make these up on your own. You can have them say anything you want. If you have different, maybe you don't want to do it by periods, maybe you want to put in the name of your subject or things like that. These are just simple headers. They are 600 by 200, but you could obviously make them smaller as well if you wanted to, but they are in that 6 by 2 ratio, which is nice. So I would recommend you explore Canva. And then what I did was I just went in and I added them as a picture. So we know we've got our add image here, and then I just went in and added them as a picture. And so let me just show you. So we know that we were showing last time we were working on this Great Awakening project. So I labeled everything with Great Awakening. So if I find my label over here and click on that, it's going to eliminate those. But you see this note's not marked for period 2. So period 2 is obviously my social studies. So all I did was go in, click on add image, and then I go into my folder on my computer that has my folders in there. So that's period 2. So I click on my period 2 icon, click open, and now it's added the image, and now I've got that header over the top. And then I also color coordinated these things too. So I just kind of looked at for some of them, I looked at the colors I had in my image, and I tried to match as best as I could. You could get even fancier with that. So I did that. I also created one for homework, which is and you can drag these around too, and just so you know, you can reorder those. So I dragged one for all of my homework. Now, one other thing we didn't talk about the other day is pinning these things. So I'm going to pin this, and what happens when you pin is that stuff stays at the top. So I've got my homework at the top. Now I've got my individual notes. So these are just running lists of things I keep for each of the classes. They're all color coded. And then I also created a personal one. So I'm going to pin my personal one at the top. So right now, my personal one is just my shopping list for my bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. So you can see how by adding headers and by adding a little bit of color coding and pinning some stuff, you can really do an awful lot to organize your stuff so that instead of being a big jumbled mess like this, that it looks really nice like this, and you can find stuff very easily. So let me know if you have any questions or need any help on this stuff, and have a great day.